Hi, welcome to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful crop top like this. And I made this crop top for my daughter for her birthday, and it just came out really beautiful. And I also made a shrug, like an overcoat for this, and also a clown pant which goes well with this crop top. So today in this video you're going to learn about making this crop top. So to make this crop top, I just bought a beautiful golden color fancy zip like this. So this crop top is going to have an opening at the front, and I just bought a nice royal blue color of 1 meter. So the height of the crop top is absolutely depends upon you. For me, for this project, I'm going to take like 17 inches of height. So depending upon your height, you're going to adjust the height of the crop top. And till 17 inches I'm going to draw a line. So this is the height of the crop top. So from here I'm going to take the shoulder length. So for me the shoulder length is going to be like 6.5 inches. So from the top I'm going to take 6.5 inches as the height of my armhole. And then I'm going to draw a line like such, joining both the points. So the next thing is you're going to measure the upper body, which is like 8 inches. And if you take the upper body to be 8 inches, you're going to add 1 or 1.5 inches to the down. So I'm going to take like 9.5 inches, and I'm just going to give a nice and neat curve on the waist area. And this is the seam allowance of 1 inch on the side. So now I'm just making the armhole with the help of the French curve. So the shoulder is going to measure like 3.5 inches. So from this point I'm going to make my neckline. So the depth of the neckline is like 4.5 inches, and I'm going to make a nice and neat little bit closed U neckline. So using the French curve I'm just going to make a nice and neat U, and let me cut this out. So this crop top will go well with the clown pant and harem pant also. So I just made a clown pant. Already I made a video on how to make a clown pant. So the same clown pant I have made, and you can make a shrug also, and I already made a video on shrug. So you can check my video list. So now I'm cutting my armhole like this, and this is the sleeveless. So I'm not going to cut the sleeve. So just I'm marking the neckline, and I'm just cutting out the front piece of neckline, a simple U neckline. Same I'm going to cut to my back. So back neckline depth would be like a 2 to 3 inches, not more than that. So let me show you how to stitch this, and I'm going to add a lining for this. You're going to cut the lining same like this. So now this is the lining, and I have placed the lining to the wrong side of the fabric, and I'm just joining the neckline with the lining. So you're going to join the neckline, shoulder, armhole, sides with the lining like this for the both front and the back piece. So now I'm just joining the armhole. It is a very beautiful royal blue, and I just made the shrug and the pant with a beautiful mustard color crepe fabric. So if you're just making a shrug or any kind of harem or clown pant, make sure you just choose a crepe fabric which has a very beautiful flow, or else you can buy Italian crepe. That also just gives you a very beautiful look. So now this is the front side, and I have taken the center point of my crop top like this, and this is a piece of fabric, and I'm marking the center point with a scale like this. So once after marking the center point on a piece of fabric, you're going to measure the length of the zip. Okay, so till leaving a 1 inch down, I'm going to mark the length of the zip on the piece of fabric and pin that in place. Make sure this piece is in the exact center because you're going to attach the zip on the exact center point. So I'm just pinning this in place. So taking the center point is very important in making a front zip line. And then I'm going to leave a marginal amount of fabric on both the sides. So before sewing, make sure the distance between the zip of the teeth. So this zip comes with a very big teeth, so make sure that you leave enough room for the zip to run easily. So I'm just marking a marginal amount of fabric on either side and I'm going to sew this together. So you're going to place this piece of fabric to the pre side like this, and to the exact point you're going to put the needle in and turn the fabric. Same, you're going to put the needle in and you're going to sew up like this. So once it's done, you're going to cut into the fabric, and to the end point you're going to cut in an angle to make a nice and neat turn. So when I get into the end point, I'm just turning my scissor in an angle. Make sure you have a very pointy, sharp scissor for this. Just cut into the pointy tip. Don't cut in the thread. And now I'm going to tuck in this piece inside. And I'm going to use some pin to conceal this. And you can see, I'm going to just tuck in this fabric in like such. So once you are pretty enough of tucking in the fabric, just pin that in place and then you're going to press that nice and neat, and then you can remove off the pins. Okay. Because these pins will hold the fabric in place, and once you press that in, the fabric will sit on the exact place, which gives you a very neat outlook. So the outcome should be really neat. That's a very important thing while sewing. Just sewing is not a great task. Giving a good finish is going to give the beauty of the dress. So now you can see I have pressed that in place. You can see how neat it is. So just placing the zip underneath, that's to the wrong side of the fabric, and you're going to place this on top. So make sure that you leave enough gap for the zip to run down, and you're going to place it like this. So before sewing, pin that in place and make sure that you can open the zip and you can close the zip. So if not, just give enough space for the zip. And now I'm going to sew on the either side of the fabric. So make sure you chain the zipper foot and then you're going to sew that together. So if you don't have a zipper foot also, you can try this, but the zipper foot gives you a very neat finish. It just comes on the exact margin of the fabric. So when you get into the turn, make sure that you put the needle in and turn the fabric out. So little by little, I have finished the neckline and you can see it has a very neat opening. I have already joined the shoulders and I have already finished the one side of my armhole, giving the same mustard color fabric as a lining. So same I'm going to do for my neck side also. So for this I just took a cross bias strip of fabric and I'm going to sew this bias strip by folding and joining that on the pre side of the fabric, and I show you how to do that. So little by little you're going to sew the cross piece in the armhole. So if you're trying to make a sleeveless top, you can try this style, or else you can just add the sleeves to this. But when you wear a shrug, you can have a sleeveless crop top like this, because you're going to give a 3/4 or a full sleeve for this shrug. So now open this cross piece and you're going to put a top stitch, and then you'll be turning this fabric to the wrong side. So if you like this video, if you found this video was really useful to you, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also don't forget to hit on the thumbs up button below. So once it's done, the same thing I'm going to do to my neckline. So I have finished joining the front and the back piece together. So I'm going to sew to the entire neckline in one stretch. So starting from one zip point, I'm going to sew to the entire neckline. Same process, just attach the cross piece, and once the cross piece is attached to the neckline, open the cross piece, put a top stitch, and you're going to turn that in. But while sewing the neckline, make sure you add some notches, because neckline has a very neat U shape. So when it comes to U shape, for sure you won't get that exact shape. So at the place of U and the good curve, you're going to cut into the fabric to give a good notches like this. And now open this, and you're going to put a top stitch like this. So little by little you're going to sew on the cross piece. The cross piece has a good stretch. So when you're sewing on a cross piece, make sure you sew little by little. Don't be in a hurry, take your time. And now I have done with my top stitch, and now I'm going to sew just by folding the cross piece in like this. Make sure that you don't sew on the zip. If you sew on the zip, for sure the needle is going to break. So fold that to the wrong side of the fabric, and you got a very beautiful crop top like this. And this is the end result. It just came out really neat, that I have to tell, because it just came out really beautiful. And this is how it looks. So you can make a crop top one for you, because it just depends upon the size that you wear. Increase the size of the height of the crop top and the shoulder length. So this is the shrug that I made, which goes well with the crop top, and I have trimmed the shrug with the same color crop top material, so that it goes match well with the crop top. So hope you like this video, and if you like this video and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hit on the thumbs up button. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.